Evening all. Good evening, everybody who's here already. How are you all? Got a nice hot cuppa to enjoy this evening. Lots of you already in the chat. Just waiting for a few more to drop in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, everybody. Make sure you like the stream. Click that like button. Let's have a look who's in the chat. Lots of you already saying hello. Simon, SJ, you train world in Denmark. First in, he says. Yay, Simon. Woolset Scenics, Martin O'Keefe in just before we started, as well as Mick92. And Timbersurf as well. Good evening to you, sire. Jake's in. Good evening, Jake. Oh, dear. Robert of Clybridge is in. Good evening to you. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase. TMD hard standing. Those standards feel really hard to get. Good evening, Simon. And Peter Jackson of Cheadle Heath. Hello to you. Flymo, hope you're feeling better, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you here. Ivo's in as well. Good evening, Ivo. And Arthur Humphreys. Good evening, Arthur. Valleys Chris is in. 56XX. And Choberton Junction. Good evening to you. Ian Melling. Good evening, Ian. Thank you for joining us, as well as Hermitage Road. Good evening to you both. Digger's in. Good evening, Digger. Hope you're all right, pal. Catching up with the chat. Brian of Finnerton's in. Forgot to show it. Brian. Yes, Brian. The pre-loved model trains, the train shop. Got your card there. Good evening, Brian. Kristen Roan. Hello, Kristen. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Mark of Stanover Model Railway. Good evening to you, he says, and to everyone in the chat. Who else is in? I've caught up with the chat. Oh, Jason, thanks, buddy. No problem. Can't go wrong with a good cuppa. So, everybody, tonight, yes, you're getting the puns tonight. Barnabas, as Donegal Dad Rail wasn't live tonight, but wishing him a speedy recovery. Yes, Mark did get in touch with me earlier on saying he wasn't on tonight. He was feeling rather unwell, under the weather. But we did have Trevor on. Trevor Stubbs was live at Acton Bridge earlier on. He finished about 8:05. So great stream, Trevor, if you are there. Ivor's in. Good evening, Ivor. Hello. Great to see you all in. Great to see so many channel members in tonight. Got a little something for you channel members coming up. Andy Bennett of Head Bumps is in. Good evening, Andy. So tonight, I've been racking my brains about what to do, because we've got so much stuff that we could do. So much stuff that's unfinished to work on. But I thought, do you know what? I haven't done any work on the TMD for a while. So following on from when we did the engine shed, I thought we'll get that area worked on tonight. So we're going to be looking at filling in the bit of track of the hard standing in preparation for me painting the whole lot, recovering it all. So using just some simple card that I collected over the years. I've got tons of this stuff. I mean, tons. I've even given some of it away to others. Using a bit of that, we're going to finish off doing the fill-in on the hard standing. I have already cut two straight pieces. I've got a little bit of a couple of curved pieces to do on the stream. So I'll be switching the camera over to the TMD very shortly. I'd just like to say also, I forgot these last week. Thank you to Paris and Paul for their card of Smallwood Junction. Received that at Model Rail Crew. Double-sided. YouTube, Facebook, please subscribe. Smallwood Junction. And the channel name is Smallwood Junction. One name. Also, and I forgot to mention this, got one of Rob and Grace's cards. There's their logo and QR codes on each side. But we can't go wrong without forgetting that I'm a big supporter of Grace's Mountains, RGJ Trains at David Junction. And if anyone saw their stream last Saturday, you've seen the T-shirts that Jeff of Jumble Lane Printing did for Rob and Grace, the T-shirts. So yeah, got their card. So they'll be good joining the beam of fame up the top. I've actually, Brian, to be honest, I don't know how, but I've actually got 3 of yours. 3 of your cards. I don't know how. And for anybody that enjoyed the cakes at Model Rail Crew, I've got one of Baked by Nat cards as well. That I'm going to give. Do you know what? I'm actually going to give that pride of place on the hobby card wall as well, because her cakes at Model Rail Crew were devoured, enjoyed and devoured by everybody except me. But I can't complain because I've had plenty of cakes off Nat before, and I know they are absolutely delicious. So yeah, I'm going to add Nat's card to the wall of fame as well, or the beam of fame as well. And also, I've got a load of these still available. Obviously, I can't use them anymore. So I'm going to be looking at sending these as a little bit of a souvenir to some people. These are metal, aluminium exhibitor cards. Obviously, all the layouts got one of these, but I'm looking at sending out a few of these to some special people as well. So if you're interested in one of them, then you need to email me. Because I have got a large number of these still, so more than enough than I need. So I will be sending out to certain people. But if you would like one, please get in touch with me, and I'll see if I can get one sent out to you. Email me, barnabasjunction@gmail.com. But there was something else last week that I forgot to show. And it was something I picked up from the Transport Collectors Fair on the Saturday before. And was this for £2. Now, if you've seen Well Chuffed Railways, Rick and Pauline's video of the Collectors Fair, you'd actually see Rob pick this up. Now, I didn't know they'd already looked at it. They picked this up in their video and had a quick look at it and then put it back down again. Well, I spotted it unbeknown to me, and I picked it up myself for £2. And I thought it was a nice little booklet all about the APT and HST history. Let's see if I can just try and get it out of this bag. I am going to put it back in the bag because I'll keep it protected in this. So there you go. Trains in the 80s, Intercity 125s and APT. Nice little book. We all like looking at pictures. Obviously, the HST was an emergency replacement for the APT, which sadly didn't make it to full-time mainline operation. So the book does mainly feature HSTs. I'm just seeing if there's any pictures of crew, actually. Lots of good pictures. Oh, that's an interesting one. HSTs on fueling pumps. So if anyone wants to know how a HST was refueled in the 80s, there you go. Lots of lovely photographs. Oh, there we go. There's an APT. Is that the one that's at crew? Yes, 370001. That's currently at crew. And you notice that on that, it hasn't got the bandana, the black bandana. That matches the model that I've got, because that was the Mark II. That's when they changed it. More on the APT there. That's Derby. At Derby with the noses up. Lovely stuff. So a nice little booklet for £2. I thought that was a nice little collector's item. But the fun bit is trying to get it back in the bag. It did take me a while at the fair to put it back in. Let's have a look at the chat then. Give them out, Jace. Yes, not being near the layout for 6 weeks, says Mick. Need to get my mojo back. Valley says, my club at Barry and Penrith Model Railway Club has its exhibition at St. Cyrill's School Park, wherever that is, July the 6th. The show will be on the Saturday and Sunday. What happened, Mick? Back home soon. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to do any business cards organised for Model Rail Crew. No problem. I did have mine on me, but I think near enough everybody that was there, I actually already had one, so I didn't really need to give out. Apart from Barnabas Junction, I know they wanted one. Jeff Hammond, good evening, Jeff. I'm here in the Lurkers Lounge. Has anyone else dropped in that I've not set out? The next model show I shall be visiting, says Simon, is the Chatham show on the 21st of July. Finally get to visit Chatham. The photo of the HST on the fuel point at Heaton is also in the 2002 book HST Silver Jubilee. I've got that. Black bandana reminds me of a song. What happened? Did the APT hit the Kestrel? Saw an APT going at the West Coast Main Line once, early 80s, absolutely flying. Timber, I gave you a double-sided one, Jace. Yes, I think I've already got yours. Yeah, yours is already up here, Timber. You're already on the beam of fame. Oh, right. Okay, I better turn my notifications off, but I'll just mention that. Right. Brian, Finniton Central's just asked me to remind everybody, his live stream, his monthly waffle, is this Saturday at 6 p.m. Now, he has told me, and he has mentioned it before, that this live stream is from a secret location. I think I know what that location is. He hasn't told me, but I think I've already worked it out. But it's this Saturday at 6 p.m. Finniton Central live stream, his monthly waffle. Oh, updated one. I wonder if I've left that downstairs. So I haven't got it here, but I do remember you giving me a card, Timber. Unless it's on this desk. Oh, I know it. Oh, it might be. Because I also forgot that. Aha. Yes, I know where it is. I found it. Yes, Timber on Model Rail Crew, to all the YouTubers that did attend, gave out some freebie boxes of some of his items that he's produced. And I already have a place for these. Not sure. Oh, in fact, let me get them out. He has done barbecues for me. I've got a box of barbecues. So that's a brick one. I think that's a kennel, actually. Is that a dog kennel? A birdhouse. Birdhouse. I know it reminds me of a song. Little paddling pool. And kettle barbecue. Kettle drum barbecue. What's that? Oh, another little birdhouse. And that is tiny. Look at the size of that. It's dinky. And also a gas barbecue, still on its struts. So thanks very much to Timber. You gave them out. And yes, Timber, that's because your card was inside the box. I put it inside the box. So yes, Timber stuff. It's Timber scale, 3D printed scale scenery. You can find his products at that website there. And obviously his YouTube channel, Timber Surf, Lumsdonia. A huge thank you for Timber for the hard work. In fact, because it's double-sided, I get a problem though, because I stick them on the board, so I lose one side. So I'm going to put these others actually in that box so I don't lose them off my desk. So a huge thank you to Timber for those little gifties. Mav's in. Good evening, Mav. Wow, nice. Jason Timber Surf does some decent, well-detailed 3D prints. The drain pipes are good and not too fiddly either. I'm after some drain pipes, actually, for the shed. Ooh. Conversation going on there. Kennel, yes. Yeah, it's a kennel. Barry, good evening, Barry. Hello, how are you, Barry? How's the layout coming along, Barry? Not heard from you for a while. Oh, that was a nice brew, that was. Delph, Pete. Oh, I've dribbled down my chin. Layout's coming along very slowly. However, I have been tidying a lot of the wiring, DCC, and adding wiring for all the lightings and build for the buildings I have so far. Very tedious. It is indeed. It is indeed, but well worth it in the end, Barry. Keep us updated, pal. Right, so we are nearly 20 minutes in. We said hello to one another. Let's shall we take you over to the TMD and let's get cracking on the hard standing. Right, better camera over there. Small Rails, good morning from New Zealand. Ooh. Right. Just get my card, my knife, pen. So I've got to do some measuring up now. But I'll show you what I've done so far. So remember the engine shed. I'll bring you in a little bit closer in a moment. So underneath, we'll take the engine shed away. So underneath, we originally had the rails uncovered. It helps if I'm not looking at the screen, so I'm going to be looking at my mobile. So the rails don't have any hard standing in the middle, which is not right because they've got to cross actual tracks. So what I want to do is fill these tracks in with a hard standing cover. Now I could buy a kit, or I could just simply use some pieces of card. Now these here is obviously slightly curved. I think we're all right here. But what I'm going to do is these pieces will actually go right to the end. Well, I've got to get those smack bang in the middle so I can glue them down. And to glue them down, I'm going to use, for the first time, some of this wonderful stuff. This is what Craig got me some time ago last year when he visited. It's Yoo-hoo gel. Not used the Yoo-hoo gel yet, so this will be a good test. So what I need to do is get these positioned correctly in here. Let's bring you in a bit closer. There we go. Yoo-hoo gel. Stick these in. Now what I want to do, I need a small wagon. Should we use, I'll tell you what, no, I don't want to use that. Just want a small wagon. I think this one will do. Well, we got something a bit smaller. No, this one will do. Just use that to make sure that card is in the center of the rail and allows for the flanges to fit along it. So what I'm going to do is, these are obviously already cut, 1.5 centimeters wide. So I'm not going to chisel out any of the muck that's already in here because it helps for it to lift up. I don't want to put it all over it because what I want to do is when I press it down, I want it to ooze out sideways. I'm going to need quite a bit at the end here. This is very thick stuff, this is. Right, let's get this one in. Making sure it's in the middle. I'm not too bothered about the excuse me, not too bothered about the depth alteration. It's purely cosmetic. Because obviously this is all going to get painted the same color, so you won't really be able to tell any difference. We need a little bit more on that, to be honest. So what we'll do is we'll put some on the back of the card as well. So first time I've used this gel, so I don't know how good it is. Spin that over back into place. I always end up going back to you. Put a wagon at each end to centralize the card. And now I've got the tune in my head. All good, thanks, Mav. Got to get some vlogs done soon, I hope. Moneybrook, Mark and Lisa in. Good evening to you both. Is it Mark, is it Lisa, or is it both? I think we're quite good there. There's a little tiny bend right at the end of that bit there. I think that is central. So happy with that. So we'll do exactly the same. Ooh, it's oozing out of it. Do exactly the same. And a motorbike outside if you can too. Apologies, there's nothing I can do about that. Can you just tell me if the audio is still nice and clear? Because the microphone is actually at the other side of the loft. Should be able to hear that motorbike. I'm at one side of the loft to the other. If it's a little bit quiet, I'll switch it to microphone, the webcam. Sound is fine, 5 out of 5. Oh, right, excellent stuff. Right, let's add a little bit of yoo-hoo to the card as well, just to give it that extra adhesion. Oh, big blob decided to come out then. That might be a bit too much. Well, we'll soon find out. Push it down to the end. There we go. Let's get that in the middle. Roll the truck. Yeah. And make sure it's down. Squish it down. Just get a little tiny something or other. Tweezers. They'll be good. Just to move that over. Fraction. There we go. All good there. That's good. So now for the fun bits, because let's tilt it down a little bit. We've now got to do this area here, which has got, this bit's not too bad. This bit's all right. As you can see, that bit's got a slight curve in it. So I've got to cut a piece that's wider. I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned from somebody else. I can't remember who it was. If I can find the stuff that I need. I need some paint for this. Yeah, okay. Right. So let's measure. Measure a wide-ish space. The widest point between the whole of that curved area, which is about 2 inches. Okay, I just cut this, so I'm just coming over to the desk. Okay, so I'm just going to cut. You obviously can't see this bit. Just bear with me. So I'm just cutting a piece out, 2 inches wide. Okay. So what we do here, as you can see, cut this just wider to the widest point because it's on a curve. We need it to go around a corner. And what I'm going to do, it won't matter about making any mess, is using a paintbrush and some black paint. I'm actually going to paint the top of the rail. Both sides. Doesn't have to be brilliant, as long as I've got the actual rail head. Okay. And then what I do is you get this card that I've cut. Get the paint off my fingers. Line it up with the end of there. Place it down. Press it down onto the track. And then gently lift it off. And what we get, it's not brilliant, but it works. As you'll actually see now, the very fine line, forget the blobs, the very fine line of the track. So what I'll do now is I'll cut out the center section there just inside the rail. That'll then give me the curve, and then we can clean off that bit of paint. It's one side. And another side. And I'm just going to go a little bit further than I need to be. And there we go. So that was in the middle. We're now left with that section, which is still a rough cut. It's not exactly smooth. I've got to trim off a little bit more because that was cut freehand with a Stanley knife. But what I need to do now is wipe off that bit of paint. I've used acrylic paint. Obviously it dries fast, but it should wipe off. And it has. So it doesn't damage the scenery that's already there. It just adds to it, a bit of muck. And what we'll do now, just trying to remember which way around it goes now. It's that way. We'll now put that in and see how it measures up. And that is actually almost spot on. Butting that up. It's just a little tiny bit on that end, but what I'll do is I'll just get the wagon, centralize it on there. You can just see it moves a little bit because it's catching on the flanges. A fraction off the very tip there. A slither off that middle bit and just a little tiny bit off that end there. So let me take it back to the bench. Yeah, I can see where I've gone a little bit wider than need be. I think I've done it. I think that's it. All right, let's offer it back up now. Yeah, that's exactly the same width as what's in there. That is absolutely spot on. That is now ready to be glued down already. Fantastic. So that's a simple, easy way of putting a card down as a hard standing on your layout. You might just need to just trim off a tiny bit off the end there. So I did go a little bit longer than I needed to be. Literally about 2 mil. Let's offer it back up again. Oh yeah, it's absolutely bang on with the end now. And there we go. Smashing that is. Made to measure, yes. Flange. Locomotive shop base, yes. It's hard standing. Oh right, is Shona in? Yay, hi Shona. Yes, please everybody, if you very kindly, Flymo has put the link in. Please head over to Shona and her trains and give her some thumbs up. Check out her videos. Lots more content is on its way for the channel. It is Shona, and she was on this live stream with us last week. So she really enjoyed it. First time on a live stream. She really enjoyed it and looks forward to more in the future. Who else have we got in then? So since I last spoke, Yoo-hoo is great as long as you don't go mad with it. Yes, indeed. Where was he up to? The sound is good. There we go. GWR Booklet Junction's in. I've got to speak to you actually. I'll speak to you later. Raymond Legs is in. Good evening to you. New Durham Junction's in. Good evening. Are you at work or home tonight, Craig? Robin's in. Good evening. Yes, Shona. Tim Surf, normal Yoo-hoo is available in pound shops for pound. Don't buy the £2.50. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, normal Yoo-hoo. You can get this for £1 as well. New Durham Junction is going into revamped replacement bus service is for 2 weeks. How much working time do you get with the gel? 5 minutes or so. Oh, we'll have a look. I know Craig's used it, but I don't think actually. No, it doesn't actually say. No, it doesn't actually say. But what I will do, because it's quite smelly, I'll just open the window. Avoid breathing the vapors. Yeah, that's pretty much possible. Doesn't say, but I do. Normal Yoo-hoo, obviously, you get quite a long time, but the gel is just. It's better because it does not go flowing everywhere. It's not stringy either. As you might have noticed, there's been no stringiness with this one. So let's get this one fitted in here. I'm going to put a little bit extra at the end, so that the two marry up nicely. I would say you probably get a good 10-15 minutes with the gel. You do get quite a good time anyway with the normal Yoo-hoo. There we go. That's in. Make sure that's level. That is. There we go. Just use the tweezers just to put that up nice and tight. There we go. And he's going over a fraction. There we go. Got it. And let's run wagon over. Smashing. And the other one should be relatively easy. Now, can we get? Yeah, we can. As that is the same length. Well, no, it's a little bit short. That one is. All right, so I'll cut a fresh piece. So I know the center of this, with it being a straight piece, is 1.5 centimeters. So I can cut that straight away and it should fit perfectly. So I'll just measure twice, cut once, or measure as many times as you've got in the day, and then cut once. Just cut that out. I am cutting this longer than I need, so I can trim it down. Measure that. There, marry that up. I think it just wants another slither off it at that end. Yeah, it's another tiniest slither off it. A little bit too wide. So we get the side that's got a slight curve, like there it is. I can see there's an ever so slight curve on there. It's a bit of a rough cut, that one is, for some reason. And that blade must be failing. I'll just tidy that up. I'll do. Oh, we missed a bit on the end. There we go. Right, let's try that for a fit again. Bang on. Exactly the same size as the previous piece. So now I'm just going to mark how far that is to go. That is roughly there. Cut the end off. Oh, there we go. Final measurement. Spot on, look at that. Made to fit, made to measure. Let's have a look now at the chat. Just throw in a curveball with that, Jace. Back now says Digger, whatever happened to Bostic? I don't know actually. I think it's still going. Pompey Yardising. Hello, good evening, and thank you for joining us. You're never late to this stream. Come in as and when you wish. Charles Curtis, good evening. Cheers for joining us. Raymond says, I have enough HO telegraph poles to stretch from California to New York due to the fact I buy random bits of loose model railway accessories on eBay and train shows. And I'm not done. In fact, I'm after some telegraph poles. That's something I keep looking at shows, but it's not something you come across very often. Need to press hard on the card as the card is stiff. Use a piece of paper and push it down between the rails to get the curve. Ah, yes, that can woven floor cloths, very handy. Hopefully next week I shall start on my new build. Like I said, the base is built and put on wheels as I can move it around to get into the back and sides. But to work out the track is my downfall, says Pompey. Locomotive shop base. Yes, that's right, Raymond, or hard standing as it's called over here. Made to measure, Jason said Digger. Any spares people got in double O gauge would be appreciated. What sort of spares? Show is saying hi to me. And keep an eye on the website in the accessories section soon. Anybody member of the late Montana rolling stock with the flanges so thin they are hard to put on the track? No, I didn't. Experimenting with filler for my concrete base, Jason. Yes, well, I've originally I used for my crossings. I would have used filler on here, but I haven't got any at the moment. And for that little bit, I couldn't be bothered to get any. But when I did my level crossings, I used wood filler. Brilliant stuff. It's great for the weather in the environment. Just to generalize, it's super stuff. Right, let's get this down. Bit extra here. We'll back up again. Neat. I say put plenty on to make sure it does go down. Let's get a bit on the edge, actually, so it sticks together. The other one, not too much though. We've got that. I think we're on to a winner with that. Smashing. Already, even though it's not painted, that is looking so much better. So much better. Very much better. I'm pleased with that. I'm just going to put a smidgen across that join just to wet it. And rub my fingers over to give a join seal in it. There we go. I'm just going to, where have I put my tweezers now? There we go. So I'm just going to make some fine minor adjustments. I think that's right, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That one over slightly. Let's move, there we go. So that is finished, that is in. So the next thing I need to do is I need to give that all a coating of paint, some form of paint. Now, I don't know what, because obviously this is filler, it's crumbly, wipes off. So I want something that's going to give it a good seal. And I would use a primer, but I don't think it will. So let's have a look. I've got some natural grey. What else have we got? I think that's a paint colour I'm struggling with actually. Warm grey. Payne's grey, which is really dark. Don't fancy using an enamels. I would use spray paint on it, but see, I haven't got the spray paint machine set up yet, the airbrush. Oh, I think that's all I've got. So let's have a look. So I think we'll forget that one. That's too dark. What we could do is use a mixture of the natural and this warm grey. See, I just want to put a base colour on it to start with. Primarily to cover all that white up. Just giving that a shake. That's actually looking a lot lighter than that one. There's not much of this one. So you get an idea. That's a natural grey is quite a lot darker, isn't it, actually? So let's find a brush. One that I've not yet destroyed. Like that one's destroyed. That one is. I've got so many paint brushes, it's unbelievable. That's not a bad one. It's got a bit of blue red on it though. I'm going to use this one. Okay, so we'll get the paint palette. Let's have a look at the chat. Do you know our message me? Will do. Kevin Bradley, good evening. Cheers for joining us, and Trevor Veal as well. Good evening to you both. Thanks for sharing my channel, Adam, says Mark. Make sure everyone you have liked the stream, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, family, goldfish, rabbit, dog, whoever you want to. Get Hornby telegraph poles, Jason. I would do, but the too like basic. I want something that's a bit more realistic. All right. Also, Atlas make telegraph poles still. So does Bush. Pico used to do telegraph poles, at least in N. Can't recommend Westall enough. Yes, Westall do some good ones. They are actually my design. I gave them the design idea. Jason, if you want Hornby telegraph poles, I can sort some out for you. Send us a picture of the ones you're thinking of, Brian. And if so, we'll chat. I want the Westall Wagon Works overhead power lines. Yeah, the OHL. I think they'll be the ones I'll be going with. I also have the Engage track this weekend. I put an order in for Monday, Pico set track N. Oh, you can going on strong with your N there, Simon. This is all very interesting as my current project is a diesel MPD. Oh, very good, Vallis. Notorious for stringing here. Best place to get plaster bandage from, I need 6 rolls. Hobbycraft. That's the ones I use. In fact, I've got a ton of it still here. And I've got half a bag of sculptor mould as well. I've got loads of it. Plaster mould. These, I think, I got these when they were £1 a pack. 10 centimetres wide, 3 metre length. These were £1. There might be £1.10, 20, something. I've got 6 bags still there. I bought in bulk many years ago. Rail stuff I have enough of 5 rolls for 10. That's good value then, that is. Yes, that is good value. Airbrush, Jason. Yes, I will be working with the airbrush, don't worry. Right. Well, let's have a look then. Do you know what? I think that's the same colour. I couldn't have done that any better. It's the same colour. Obviously, when it dries, I'm not bothered about the pitting and stuff in it. When it dries, it will dry slightly darker. But there's going to be all weathering done on this anyway. So if anyone wants to know, this is System 3 acrylic, number 078, warm grey, by Dalaroni. This is a Hobbycraft paint, but I know you can get it online as well. So this is a very good colour, very correct, I would say, spot on correct. Very pleased with that colour. Made the right choice, everyone. Well done. I'll give this all this patching a base coat. I'm not bothered about different coat colours because it's going to get dirty weathering. Which made Rachel laugh. She's giggling her head off downstairs. Look at the chat. Make it patchy will look good. Yeah, that's indeed right. Just literally slap it on. Actually, that could do with tidy up as well. And then re-weather that later. Right, so let's paint the boards now. So they're not stuck down yet, so they will move. Try my best not to paint the rails, which I am doing. I'm getting paint on the rails, but never mind. Obviously, because this is going on card, it will dry very fast as well. I'm not being overly fussy with it. As I said, it's going to get weathered. It's going to make it look all dirty to make it all blend in. Ryan sending me pictures. God, you got the tea going on around your house tonight. Would be depot floor have patches anyway? Yes, indeed they would. I say this is just basically an undercoat, you could say, because it's no way near the first coat. Try not to damage scenery as I'm holding it on the layout. I could have painted these before putting them on, but that would then make paint sticking them down, having to wait for them to dry before sticking them down. Lamington Graham, good evening. Thanks for dropping in. I have to say that is so much better than seeing that track between the rails. Because it's an acrylic, obviously it dries super fast as well. Alright, Rachel's sending me something. That sound of concentration, the sound of silence. I'm thinking that looks quite good. Looking at a distance, as it's drying, it is going darker. So you can see here how much lighter it is. But it is where it is drying, it is drying darker. I'm just trying to make sure there's no lumpiness in the paints where I've missed a bit there. And there. And there. That's looking rather good, that is. I must say so myself. Quite impressed with that. So what I'll also do is, where obviously we did the black, I'm going to put some grey over it, and hopefully it'll drag the black off and kind of blend. Using the paint up off the brush just to create a bit of a blend now. Kind of dry brushing, as they call it. Using up the paint on the brush. I could paint the whole lot, make it look all brand new and fresh. Make it look like it's all a brand new installation. But that would be slightly defeating the object, as it is going to be an old shed. I think we're looking good there. Just trying to create a bit of a patchy effect now. Over it, so it gives, spreading it out. Giving that patchy look. Rough look. I'm quite pleased with that. What do you guys think? Let's give you a full look of the whole area. There we go. That's looking rather splendid, if I don't say so myself. And that was a good choice of paint. So well done, everyone, for choosing that colour paint. Where's my cloth? There it is. Looks pretty spot on, that, doesn't it? I'll say it'll look better as it dries. What I'll do is, here we go. I'll wait till it's dried, actually, just to wipe the rails clean. But that looks now pretty much like the full thing now, which is what I wanted. I would put, so when that goes on, that will look nice and tidy now. So I'm not going to put it on yet because it'll end up sticking to it. A little bit of white bits in the hard place, which I can touch up with later. So next thing on here is there's still bare baseboard here, and we'll just tap on it. That's still bare baseboard. Wasn't filled in with any ballast, so I've got to fill this in with ballast. But what I'm thinking of doing, I want to put a safety rail in here, and I'm just wondering whether to put it all the way along, because this engine shed won't go right to the edge. I could have it so it's got a bit of a walkway down the side and have a railing. What do you think? Should I put a railing? Bit like what we've got. I'll show you a bit like what we've got on that side there. So this railing here, I think that should have a railing along here, because I am going to put it on this here. It's going to be railing either side of that walkway, so I could carry that railing on down to this one and then carry on the railing. I think that's probably going to be the best deal. In fact, I can see the railing there in a bag. Here's the railing. Put a railing and some shrubs along. Yes, shrubbery will be followed up with shrubbery. So let's see if I can balance these without sticking them in. So it gives you an idea of what I'm thinking. This is going to be fun. This is trying to balance this railing on here. Ooh, it stayed up. It doesn't want. No, it fell over. What I'm thinking possibly is to put the railings in along here before I ballast it. Just put a sprinkle of ballast on around the railings instead to make it look like they've been there for a long time. It's going to fall over. There we go. So yeah, I think that is going to be the better deal. What do you lot think? Let's have a look at the chat. Just sleeping Raymond. Models are selling some of the products very cheap on eBay this week. Really? Oh, I've not looked. Put a railing and some shrubs along the railing. Yes, John. Hello, John Dawson. No, I'm about Jason's shed going on a fresh concrete base. The base coat wants it to dry, Jason. Very good. As it was dismantled and re-erected, looking good so far. Give it time to dry, but looks okay. Could say the shed had just been relocated. Sometimes saw footprints in new concrete. Yes. Well, because it's quite pitted. It's quite lumpy where it's the original shed. So obviously, it's going to get weathering powders on it. I'm not going to paint weathering on it. I'm going to use powders. Hot Dog Pilot Andy's in. Hello, Andy. Join Andy on Sundays, 1 p.m. I think it is. Every Sunday for his live streams in the shed. So what do you think? Should I think it's the railing is a go. I do think the railings is a go. So should I put the railings in before a ballast or do the ballasting first? Now I want a fresh piece of railing. Go on then, guys. What do you think? Railings first or ballast it first? Or ballast and then shove the railings in the ballast, into the ballast. Evening. Railings are good. Have them on our layout. Dugmore, hello. So what I'm going to do, let me just get a loco. Because obviously I don't want the railings too close. I think right in the middle is actually pretty spot on there. Or do I put it right up to the concrete edge? Put the railings in first, says Pilot. Do I put the railings right up? It's difficult. There's plenty of room for the loco, that's not an issue. If I put the railings up right up against the concrete base, like so, I'm just wondering how much space that will give us. I'm going to have to put the shed down on it. So if I put the rail, oh, there's loads of room there. Oh, that's perfect. That is actually. Make sure that's in the middle. Yeah, that's in the middle. Oh yeah, there's plenty of room down there. It's for a walkway down the side. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Railings right up against the concrete edge, and then ballast, and add shrubbery over the fresh ballast. Okay, and as you guys have said, put the railings in first. So let's do that. Let's find where have I put the U-boot. There it is. I would use. Shall I use super glue or the U? In fact, I am going to use the super glue to put the railings in. Let me find where I've put it. Where is it? All right, just bear with me. I just need to go and grab the super glue. I think I've left it down in the office. Talk amongst yourselves for a couple of minutes. Be straight back. I'm back. Told you I'd only be. So we're going to use the WWS super activator and super glue gel, which goes with it. I'm not using the WWS glue because that's quite runny. Works just as well with any super glue, but I want to use this because it's a precision one. So we'll start here and we'll go that way first. So let's measure location. Location. Let's get the let that spread a bit. Now my hand's going to be in the way for this, so apologies. And there we go. That's set. Next piece. Nice, Shona. Again, put that in place. The activator. There we go. Love activator spray. Makes modeling so much quicker. That's solid already. So now we need a small section to go on the end. Is that long enough? Nope. So I have to get a slightly different length piece. How long do we need it? It needs to be there. Right, let me just trim that. Perfect. Let's add that in now. Do you know what I've forgotten to bring up? The shortbread. Purchased courtesy of Andrew, the Shortbread Express. I have been out and bought some shortbread. Wasn't able to get my favourite, the Edinburgh, but it'll do. It's nice stuff. That's that. That's joined together properly. It is. That'll do. So that's that rowing. Let's move the loco out of the way. I'll do this side here now. I'm going to put this as a... Now this has got obviously ballast here already. So will be a little bit lumpy as it comes onto the surface off the flat board. There's actually a hole in the board there where an old light used to be. There we go. So my hand will be in the way for a while I attach this. And there it goes, it's set. And I'm going to put one more long piece in and then leave the bit right up to the steps blank for now. Put the measuring in so I know where it's going. There we go. Ooh. Be careful with my yard lamps, I've bent one already. That's absolutely looking splendid, that is. And setting nice and firm. Nice and solid, that. Very good. You know what? This is dried already. I'm going to put that there to match up that one so I've got the same length section at that end. There we go. And that section. Come here. That one there. That there. Yeah, that looks good to me. Just going to move the camera back a second. There we go. that should slot in like so. That'll do. Let that set. Last little bit just at the end there, which I've got a little cut-off section, which should be enough to fit. Will it be? Yes. There we go. Put that in place. Just hold that there. And that's set. And we are done. Railing is in. So well done, everybody. Good idea. You were right. Put the railing in now, and then I can ballast up to it. That is absolutely rigid. And this is dry. Wow. Don't you just love acrylic? Don't you just love acrylic paints? That is actually looking so much better. Let me tilt you up so you can see what I'm. Move the camera. I'll put you onto a side view. You can't actually see the railings, can you? Let's put you on a side view. Might help if I actually take that light off. Oh yeah, much better. Railings all the way up to the footbridge. Now the crossing is now clear. It's possible I might just have that forward a little bit and then leave a gap at the back, because it's open at the back, to give the impression that it carries on. Not sure yet, but it's definitely, and when that's that fencing's weathered as well with the standing. So look at the standing there now. You wouldn't think I've just painted that, would you? It looks pretty smart. Let me put the light on. There we go. So now it's dried, it's kind of blended in, and then that's received some mucky colours on top of it. That'll look the bee's knees. You see, you can see how it looks patchy. Well, that's what I wanted. So much better. So that walkway gives access actually to get round the back, save having to actually go through the shed. So yeah, I will leave it slightly back, away from the back wall. Should we stick a train in there? Let's have a look. Let's get a good old 37 in there. So it's actually on the track. In fact, I'm just thinking about it actually. If I did that, leave the front end sticking out. Yeah, there we go. Yes, that's looking rather tidy. I'm quite impressed with that. Much better than it was. Let's have a look at the chat with everybody. Super glue activator. What is the spray? Yes. Who said that? What is the spray? Said Raymond. It's super glue activator spray. Any super glue, this will activate instantly. It doesn't have to be their own. We basically, whether it's runny glue or gel, literally give it a shake. Give this a shake. Wherever your glue goes, spray it on when you're ready, and it will instantly set your super glue. And it doesn't matter about getting it on anything because it evaporates. So you can spray it everywhere, and wherever it touches, it just evaporates anyway. Is that spray a nightmare to get off the track rails, or is it okay? No, absolutely fine. No issue. You say it evaporates afterwards. Make a 57 with sleepers, maybe a 57 with sleeper stock. Oh, Finneton says, just eating a box of Edinburgh shortbread. Ooh. Catching up with the chat. I have been meaning to make a vid on how to do my own cheap super glue accelerator. Happy 4th of July to all the American cousins looking in, indeed. DRSROs. Nice one, Mark. That does look good, says Cheadle Heath. No taxation without representation. More tea on anyone. I'll have a coffee if you're offering, Andy. Yes, looks good from that angle. Often the older sheds have to have space out the back. Aha, going to drop off now, says Peter. No worries, thank you very much. Any issues with frosting? Yeah, you will get, if you use it on any glazing, you will get frosting. So don't use it. You have to use special glues for glazing. But this doesn't cause any frosting on any glazing. A Dusty 37, yes. Jeff Hill, Ammon's off. Good night, Jeff. Don't forget, make sure you have clicked to the thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't done so already. In fact, I just realised I haven't got any layout lighting on. The layout's not even switched on. Highbury Model Railway, hello, and cheers for dropping in. We've been working on this hard standing. There's some bits on there. So what we now need is obviously give this a bit of a weathering. I have got some weathering powders that I'm going to use. I won't do that this week, but what I want to talk about is I've got loads of kits. In fact, actually, what I have got is this is to go in the other shed. Lining, self-adhesive matte vinyl safety lines. They're going in the other shed, which is obviously the newer shed, not in this because, well, I don't know. Would this be in the older shed as well? I don't know. There's plenty of it. And obviously we've got the buffers to go on those lights. These lights here. All these buffers are to go on. Now they come brown, so they've got to be painted up. I'm not sure whether to paint them up black, like they show in the picture, or silver, and then paint then black on top. Let us know, anybody that's got any ideas. Plus, I've got absolute tons of kits to go in both the sheds. Things like these rackings. These are scale model scenery rackings. They've got to be painted up. Not sure if to spray them grey or hand paint them with metallic. What are your thoughts? I've got loads of them. So if I sprayed them, then I can literally put them in a box and just spray them. There's about 8, I think, of these. Well, I've got lots of other kits as well that are to go in. That's got to go on there. somewhere there anyway. I think it's there. There's a particular place where it sits in the gravel. I think that's it there. Are those laser cut buffer stops? Yeah, I think they are. Yeah. Does it say on them what they're? Not so. Buffer stops, code 100, pack of 2. Yeah, I think they are laser cut. So yeah, that's stuff to come. And then I've obviously got the good old trusty 4 eagles that have to go up on the building. Which is why it's named. There should be more pedestrian walkways in America over railway tracks. Yeah. Quite pleased how that's come out. Yeah, quite pleased indeed how solid that is. So, ballasting, weathering, kits, that sort of stuff all to go in. And that will be looking for next week. Ooh. So I have a video due out in the week, coming very soon, regarding a particular item which I got at Shrewsbury Show, or 2 items at the Shrewsbury Show. Look out for that coming soon. That is looking absolutely excellent now. That hard standing so much better. It's been a bit of a niggly point of mine for some time, not looking. It hasn't looked right, and now I think it really does set it off quite well now. There, quite pleased with that indeed. You'd be stood a while. Right. So that's going to bring this week to an end. We will be carrying on next week. If you've got any thoughts, any ideas of what you would like to see done on the TMD, kits, weathering, detailing, that sort of stuff, then please do get in touch with me. Feel free to get in touch with me either by private message or email barnabasjunction@gmail.com with your thoughts and ideas. I want to say a huge thank you to all my channel members for the fantastic support, as well as you subscribers as well. Channel members, I've got a little something coming your way, a little bonus thing for you. So stay posted for that. But I'd just like to say a huge thank you to every one of you for joining me this week. I've got a few little bits and bobs that I've got to be showing you all over the coming couple of weeks, as well as obviously working on things on the TMD and other places around the layout. It's been great to entertain you. Great to have you here once again this week. So for this last second, then I'll give you a warning now. We are bringing the stream to an end. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me. I shall see you back here next Thursday from 8:30 after Donegal Dad. Hopefully, you'll be back next week. But don't forget, there are other YouTubers live streaming each and every day, in particular RGJ Trains. They hope to be back with their internet fix for their Saturday night live stream. This Saturday from 9, you've got the monthly waffle from Finnerton Central from 6, and also Hot Dog Pilot on Sunday from 1, as well as many others. I look forward to seeing your content in your live streams coming soon. But until next week, from me here at Barnabas Junction, thank you very much for joining me. Take care, stay safe, and keep on modelling. Until next week. Ta-ra!